Hey world, welcome to my channel and thank you for watching my video. My name is Sister Oz and I am a student of life and social psychology. I'm very passionate about wellness, especially emotional, mental and spiritual wellness. In this channel, we talk about social contrasts and norms when we analyze and unpack whether we still need them, they're still relevant, and if they're helping us as a community, and I mean the South African Black community, if you may. Are these social contrasts still relevant in our lives? And if they're not, we need I'm here to start a conversation around talking about how we can restructure our culture and our cultural practices and try to try to find reason in a lot of the things that we do. So today I'd like to have a conversation around lobola. Lobola is a bride price or dowry that the husband or the family of the husband pay or offer to the family of the wife to be in return for their daughter's hand in marriage. And this was done to show appreciation by the family of the man and the man for raising them somebody who has all these morals and all this integrity around being a woman, and and how she's going to bear them children who's going to continue the legacy of their child. So I have a problem because this is not the reality of 2021. The reality of 2021 is that we live in a society that is no longer let me not use Afrocentric, but is influenced by Western globalized, societal, existence or mindset. I say this because most of what our communities practice are governed very much by what they see on TV. And I'm sorry to say this like this, but I feel like it's what it is. I feel like families, but that's a video for another day. But in a society where women are adopting a lot of practices that are counter family, counter community, and counter feminine, I don't think that practices such as lobola are relevant, because lobola was a ceremony or a practice that was done to celebrate femininity and what it entails. But I feel like our community is made out of slowly turning into a group of women a majority of women who feel like being female or being feminine is weak. I feel like they want to argue women being masculine, because most women who argue for the 50-50 thing claim that they want to do everything that a man can do. And that's, for me, is the very dangerous argument, because we cannot be equal. There is no gender equality. And I will make, especially when it comes to the family, I will make a video about that as well. Femininity is not being celebrated anymore, and I feel like lobola was what femininity was all about, because it points out the value attached to what the woman is. There was a lot of negotiating points that the family of the female made, to try and, make the bid. I'm sorry, I'm gonna use that term, but hey, to bid, for a higher price. This was virginity, purity, whether the woman comes to the marriage with children or not. But I feel this is no longer the case, because with industrialization came the notion that now The family of the female is going to negotiate whether the woman is able, it has a job, has an education, has money, a house, a car, and all these things. And I feel like these are masculine attributes, because no amount of money that you can have can make you into being a woman, you know. And I'm still going to make a video about what I feel is being feminine, and feminine qualities, you know. We're not competitive, very, very cooperative, you know. So it's very different, and I feel like this conversation needs to be had about what is masculine and what is feminine. And with the rise of this brouhaha, call it brouhaha, but with the rise of the third and the fourth, I feel, waves of feminism, they went against the first and the second waves, which I feel were very relevant in the system for us black women, but not in our families, you know. It was very relevant. So we're in a community now that makes excuses for a lot of but I digress. We're in a community that makes opportunities for women, and that's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, but we need to realize that the same imbalance that existed before can possibly happen. And I'm saying this because I'm raising a boy child. I'm saying that take a girl child to work without taking the boy child is problematic, because we are raising a community that does not value masculinity and the masculine principle, the masculine aura. There's a different essence that comes with being a man, and a man of integrity. Men of integrity, not just any man. And I don't want to use the catchphrase toxic masculinity, because we still need to have a conversation about that as well. So men don't have jobs. Society is moving into a more feminine essence, and it's beautiful to see. But in that being said, we're realizing that it's shutting out our men. And I love men very much. I do. That's why I'm making these kind of videos, because we need to protect that which we love. I love myself first, but I love the person that I'm with, that I'm making life with, and together we make other human beings who can either be female or male. So we need to look out for each other. And if it means that we're realizing that we as women are having more money and more opportunities for us, then we need to be team players. Because I know for a fact that if a man was able to, and I'm moving out of the topic, but anyway, if a man was able to accept a woman because she doesn't have a job and is able to help her, why can we not do that? Why are we picnicious for wanting to support that which we love? Why is it wrong for me to support my cousin just to give an injection? You know, not to say that now I'm going to assume the masculine role of now wanting to be support, because we realize that we we are not we unless you're a lesbian, we want to build with our men, and we want our men to feel powerful in their roles as husbands, as fathers. And instead of us having a conversation of how to feminize our men, let's have a conversation on how to celebrate and reinforce masculinity, especially in the home. And we get so caught up in what happens in our jobs with these white men and white women, and we forget that we don't live with these white unless you're just talking to us normal people. No, I didn't mean normal in that way, but I'm talking to us black people who love black men, black women who love black men, who want to build proper, healthy black families, so that we can have proper, healthy human beings, so that we can have proper, healthy families in order for us to have proper, healthy communities. And that is the basis foundation of any civilization, family. And that's why I think we are losing it, because we've lost all form of respect for the family unit, and we hearing all these things about, especially us women, about how being a woman is not important in all these different ways and different phases. And now, in my video that I will make, I'll try to unpack this. So I feel like for the women who want to argue giving birth, and want to put their careers ahead and all these things, I feel like it's unfair for us to expect men to operate in an ancient mindset, whereas we are evolving into whatever it is that we're evolving into. And I'm here to start that conversation. And I'm here to say, let's not move into let's not be pulled into agendas that we know nothing about, and focus on our agenda of our degenerating society, because we've got societies that are made out of boys that just are smoking nyaupe. And as a mother, I'm touched by these things, and it hurts me to see this. It hurts me to see this. There are girls who do this, but there's mostly young men. And no amount of being right or political talking points or whatever can erase the reality of the fact that we are slowly moving into a degenerating society as a black community, black society here in South Africa. Foreigners are becoming business owners because, and I'd like to argue that it's because our community is focusing more on femininity. If the community was not too feminine or focusing on femininity, there wouldn't be a whole lot of pushing of people wanting to get jobs. There would be people who are still creating jobs. Back in the day, the shops that are being occupied by the foreigners here in South Africa were owned by black men, powerful black men, who created legacies that were just fucked by their children, for lack of a better term. So yes, we females are dope. We are the ish and a half. But we need not lie to ourselves and think that men and proper men are not necessary, and what makes a man. So let's refrain from wanting our cake and eating it too. You know, we can be men, as feminism says. We can compete with men. We can pretend like we're equal. All this nonsense, but it won't take away the reality that at the end of the day, if you're a woman and you're heterosexual, you want somebody who is a partner at the end of the day. Even if you want five somebodies, but you do want somebody who's going to be a partner. And part of your expectation as a woman is somebody to provide. Whew. How are they going to provide? Anyway, that's here nor there. I've spoken a lot, and I've digressed. But the point of my video is to start a conversation around the relevance of LOBOLA in 2021. Should women be the ones who are paying the men? That's another thing, but I'm just throwing it out there, you know. But the gist of my conversation is we don't need. If women don't want to be women, why do we need it? We don't need it. Let's have a conversation. So tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? What is your experience about anything that I spoke about? You know, and please don't forget to like my video if you liked what I was talking about. Or dislike it. Please let me know feedback. I really love feedback. Let me know in the comment section why you don't agree, why you don't like the video. And if you feel like other people would um want to hear this or these talking points, please share my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I'll be uploading at least one video, I'm not too sure, at least one video a week about these conversations. So thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, and see you next time. Bye.